Welcome to Storytime with Sirece, Express Edition.
Preview.
Okay, we are here. We are live. Guys, welcome to Storytime Express. Actually titled, for my very amazing husband, Storytime Express is where we just go live for 20 minutes based on a specific topic. And most of the time you will hear our baby girl around. This is why it is Storytime Express. She might even make a cameo. Child, these kids don't care. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So it is the Valentine's Day special. And I know that you wanted me to go live because you had a surprise for me for Valentine's Day. You just want to present it.
Well, here you go.
Wow, that's crazy. 13 years of marriage. I tell you. All right, well, I guess we'll go ahead and dive in. Good, our timer has started. We already started. Valentine's Day, where are my lovers at? Where are my lovers at? Because the things that we've been hearing these days, I'm just like, were we like that?
Maybe.
You know, like on a different level?
Yeah.
So we started dating in 2008, right? 2007, right? So that's almost 20 years ago, but not really.
Almost.
Which is crazy. So we're going to hit on a couple of topics really quickly, and we would love to hear your feedback during the Storytime Express Valentine's Day. So where are my lovers at? People out there dating, people out there married. We got our couples out there. And we just saw a video that was posted. Oh my goodness, girl, what are you doing?
I just want to sit next to you.
You want to sit next to us? That's totally fine. Pause. Storytime Express. Okay, so I just saw a video recently, and the girl basically said,
If you're making $50,000, don't date.
Ooh.
I'm just being for real. You're not ready to date.
Again, I'm with you when
You're not ready to date. You're not ready to date because courtship costs.
okay.
Everything costs.
Okay.
You can go for 22 walks in the park. Eventually, shorty is gonna need a sip of something. She gonna be thirsty.
That if you don't have a salary minimum of $50K, that you shouldn't be dating, that you should have an expense account pretty much to date. And I'm like, when I met you, I just don't remember. I just feel like finances have been overly emphasized in this day and age. Like, yo, the man got to make this price. The woman has to make this price. This is what money means to us. I just don't recall that back in the day.
Yeah, I don't know why it's been more of a thing, but I mean, you technically shouldn't be broke. It does limit what you can do.
I don't remember it.
But I've also never been broke.
I know. Okay.
So really...
I don't know. Some of the best love stories, aren't those some of the best love stories? Like, we met and we didn't have a dime to our name. And now it's like you have to have a certain level of...
But it opens the door to be able to do something. I've never been broke.
Baby, what do you mean? Like,
you live
in
for
college?
Well, college is
Yes,
different. We didn't date in college, though.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So after
Yeah.
college, okay. So after college, you weren't broke, but I mean, not to put your business out there, 50K, 40K. I'm not sure what it was, but like for a lot of people, that's a starting point. So you're dating, and it's like you can't date someone if they're making 50K because you don't feel like they have enough to.
I mean, she shouldn't have put a number on it,
Yes.
but it's like you should be able to do.
Okay.
Something of significance.
Okay, because you're dating, you're a man, and it's almost like a prerequisite to show like how you're gonna be taking care of me, or how you're gonna be a bit of a provider.
Not really.
Because I'm like, what if you are broke?
I mean,
but your character is rich. Is it a prerequisite to have a minimum salary?
It all depends on who you're with, because some people don't require a lot to enjoy themselves. And that population is probably less than the population that needs.
Oh, so
to
like,
go
so do you
somewhere.
think that today, like, girls are like, you need to take me out. We got to do things like, because I felt like
it's probably articulated differently. I don't think women were in the 90s like, I don't care where we go, But I think there's just more
I just
outlets to
felt like
talk
there was
about
more
it.
like let's spend time together.
Yeah.
Like I don't even really fully recall our first date. I think it was like a double date kind of, and then all I knew is we were in Applebee's. And it wasn't like you took me there.
Yeah.
We went to Applebee's because after 9, it was half off. And I remember sitting and eating the chicken and forgetting you were across the table and looking up and being like, he's the one. He's the one.
But you still gotta have Applebee's money. Some people don't have Applebee's
Okay,
money.
Applebee's. Okay, but
It's still money. And
I just would hate for someone to.
how many times are you going to Apple? Like, can you only afford to go like once per quarter? And nothing's wrong with that. But if you're somebody who wants to go once a month, and I can only take you once a quarter, eventually,
once a quarter to Applebee's, I just would hate for someone to discount just simply dating someone because they're broke.
and even her saying 50K, there's some people that make 50K that don't
There's
spend
some people
it.
that are
They
making
save
25.
it. They save the majority of it, and they live like they're broke. But those are the people that end up
But then I
having
get,
money down
and
the
then maybe
line.
your salary speaks to your situation. So maybe if you're making 25K, you're still living at home. And then dating can be
Yeah.
a little bit like, child, I know you didn't just bring me home to your mama's house.
Yeah.
So maybe there's more to that statement.
I think there is.
You
Because we also
know,
didn't watch the whole clip.
I
Maybe
watched
there
the
was-
whole
did
clip.
you?
Yeah.
Well, maybe the whole interview though. There might be
Oh,
more to
yeah.
the interview.
I mean, they pretty much explained
But
it.
no, but that's true though.
Yeah.
Like 20, you know, I mean, I don't want to put numbers out there, but like if
A
you're
certain
still,
number,
if
you
you're not
couldn't be
living
supporting
at home
yourself.
because you're saving or because you're working towards a goal, if you're just there, the chances are
Okay, and I like
statistically
Okay.
that you could be in a certain demographic that may not be able to cater to anyone that they're dating.
and I love the idea.
And it's the cater. I think that's more so what she was going after. Like, eventually, the long walks in the park,
are gonna get
you're
old.
gonna want to switch it up. Now, maybe
mean,
you can do a
that's
long
true.
walk in the woods. I don't know.
Switch up the scenery, okay? But I
mean,
do
that's
like what you're
possible.
saying. If somebody's living at home, as long as there's a goal, like, yeah, I'm living at home because I got 100K in the bank because I'm finna buy a house. Like, I understand
But
that.
even then, I've heard some financial people be like, "You shouldn't date," and not even like the
Yeah.
it's a hood rat girl.
Wow. Wow.
Not so much.
What did this just turn into?
Not so much.
The hood rat girls.
Not so much just
Speak
from.
up. Speak up. Who are the hood rat girls?
Not so much from the woman's side,
Daniel, everyone.
but from the side of financial experts that be like, hey, your funds should be funding
Should be focused.
your goal.
So you shouldn't be dating. So basically,
some people have that mentality, and there's legitimacy to that too.
So basically, no matter what you're making, you should be in a position to date and spend money on dating. Like technically that's what it's sounding like.
Now for me, if I can only afford to take you, I'm not taking you to some raggedy place. But if I'm taking you to a clean place that got
A clean place, girl. But boy, I can't even finish. Because
if I'm taking you to a clean place,
Daniel,
if I'm taking you to a clean place,
because
if I'm taking you
when
to
I
a clean
came out
place,
to Chicago,
I should be able to pull out a Groupon. I should be able to do some stuff as long as I'm putting forth the effort to show you that I'm trying to the best of my ability. If you're not feeling me after I'm giving you my best, maybe I'm not for you.
So what you're saying, it's more so about the guy being able to provide his best, not necessarily what the girl wants at the time. But I'm just feeling some way because in Chicago, you didn't take me to a lot of clean places.
Well, I wasn't dating you.
I
when
know,
took you
which
to
is
those
messed
places.
up. You know what I
wasn't
mean?
taking
He's
you.
like, don't worry about what it seemed like. We're going to walk through the jail cell, but them wings is fine. I'm like, bro, get me out of here. Okay?
I mean, if I'm going to J&J, shout out to Tasha, then we're going to J&J. I'm not thinking about dating you, going somewhere. Like, we going to get something to eat.
Okay, but then now moving to our next topic, because we got 9 minutes. We've heard, so kind of resolving that, if you need to be in a place to date, you do feel that you need to have some funds towards being able to, what's the word I'm looking for? Cultivate that date.
You got to be able
person.
to satisfy the requirement of the person that you're with. So if you're low, not low effort. if you're low maintenance,
If you're
that's the word.
if you're a hood rat chick.
Oh my
gosh.
If you're low maintenance,
but I could
then
be,
I don't have. Then the budget is different.
I don't know about that, babe, because like you could be top tier, like I was, and I was not high maintenance. I was not expecting you to bring me anywhere.
But
I was just
you were
hungry.
like, let's go to Applebee's, and I'm content with Applebee's. Some girls aren't content with Applebee's.
Okay, so
they're not content with Cheesecake
So you need to
Factory.
match your level of maintenance. That's really what it is.
Because if somebody's higher than the maintenance that you can provide or that you're willing to provide, then y'all are incompatible.
Okay, and can I also just say this?
Because if you was like, I don't do Applebee's,
that's crazy. Like, to be a steakhouse girl with an Applebee's man means that the relationship has no hope. I think that is just crazy to me.
It doesn't mean that there's no hope.
But it's like, eventually, if I'm a steakhouse girl, shouldn't I be focused on your character and knowing that if I see this man has ambition and I'm a part of his world now, I can encourage you to let me expose you to the steakhouse.
And she said something
Not
like
every
that.
time.
She said something like that in the video too. I forgot. She said
if you settle with a girl that doesn't have those expectations, she's gonna keep you there and make you feel like it's okay until one day she starts getting exposed or hearing like her girlfriend's going out like, yeah, girl, on Valentine's Day he took me to steakhouse. So I'm like, oh yeah, where'd you go? And it's like, we had that.
That's where it gets a little tricky.
Applebee's had the Valentine's Day DJ, so
but they do.
But
they have Valentine's specials.
And I just kind of feel like we keep disqualifying ourselves in this generation. We keep disqualifying ourselves. I think we're just so focused on this big thing, and we're missing the qualities that can come with a man that only makes a certain amount of money.
That's true.
Context.
That's true. But some people aren't willing to look past all that stuff and get to know the person.
But I guess a low maintenance person should be with a low maintenance person, because that means they both might have more potential to have a character that is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A character that's a little bit less focused on the money.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if you, when I think about us, me and Daniel.
But we were also younger. Like we were like 22.
I know, but
you didn't have a choice. Like I wasn't gonna.
And this is the thing. I moved in with him. This man lived in Johns Creek.
And it was clean.
It was clean. But it was the type of place where you don't go certain places at certain times. And
it was clean, and you was eating the chicken from across the street.
We had a corner store across the street from our complex. Need I say more?
Fire.
It was across the street. It wasn't even on a corner. Fire. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying, I never thought about that when I came into your little rinky-dink apartment. Because that joint was rinky-dink.
No rinky-dink.
Oh, child. I didn't make it much better. I came in there not knowing how to design and put up orange walls.
You did put up
orange walls and whatever. We got a couch from Will's parents. I didn't care. It didn't match. I'm telling you, but we started on a very low maintenance level together. And I'm saying, cool, we were on the same thing. Maybe there's another woman that's been exposed to other things. But let me be clear. It's not like where I was from. You know, my parents, they took care of me. They took good care of me. So I've been to Red Lobsters and I've been to the Cheesecake Factories when I met you. My mom and my dad were taking me there.
Do you want to bring up the
Oh my gosh. We only have 5 minutes.
It's not Cheesecake Factory either. Don't say Cheesecake Factory.
Let me just say something.
Here we go.
Long story short, the whole Cheesecake Factory thing.
She's one of them.
Because y'all saw the girl in the video that was like, she stopped dating the guy because the first date was at Cheesecake
Factory has been going viral all on social media. Women are speaking out saying, don't take me to Cheesecake Factory. If it's a first date, I don't want to go to Cheesecake Factory.
I don't want to go to where regular people go. I want to go to where the people that got money go.
And obviously the internet was up in a roar. Let me just explain. Almost, baby, you're doing so good. And I got a surprise for you. Yes. No, you shouldn't have all of her. Oh, yeah. Long story short, I moved to Chicago, and I just said this. I said, my dad was taking me to Red Lobster. My mom was taking me to Cheesecake Factory. So when I met this man, it's not like I was like, take me. I went to Peterluga.
Except in one.
My mom took me to Ruth Chris, and my dad took me to Peter. Come on. Like, I didn't, it's not like I came and was like, so all I'm saying,
So tell them the story. You gave them
Daniel,
enough background.
I'm coming to Chicago.
You got
What
4
did he
minutes.
just say? He talked about how he brought me to unclean places in Chicago because we were married.
Where I bring you?
This man, were we dating?
Yes.
Oh, in Chicago.
Yes.
Between J&J and other unnamed stores.
Where did I bring you?
Literally unnamed. They had no name. But you told me to go down the alley and make a left to get good food. Now, was the food good? Absolutely.
Where?
Did I? Okay.
On Michigan Avenue.
Okay,
Did I take you?
so he says to me, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to take you to this place. You're gonna love it. It's beautiful. It's a surprise. You're going to." So my personal expectations was like, "Oh my god, oh my god, I'm gonna be going somewhere that is beautiful. It's a surprise." That's where I was. I was like, "We're gonna be out here." You know what I'm saying? I was so excited. So when we rolled up,
Fellas, listen.
it was Cheesecake
Listen.
Factory.
No, it wasn't Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, Grand Lux?
It was
I'm about to
Grand
fall
Lux.
out my chair.
It was Grand
Cheesecake Factory
Lux.
/ Grand Lux. We gotta go.
It was
We only have
Grand
3 minutes.
Lux.
I'm getting hot.
It was
No.
Grand Lux.
It's Cheesecake Factory 2.0. Now, let me just explain something. Okay? Nothing wrong with that, right? It's just that when he souped it up, I thought we was going to the restaurant on top where the tower turns slowly. I thought we was going with the helicopter.
Let me pull up a picture.
We don't need the picture. I'll
Let me
pull
pull
it.
up a
I'll
picture.
pull it up in the edit.
Okay.
I got you. You can send me the
Pull up
picture.
the right picture. Shoot.
All that to say, ladies and gentlemen,
So we were sitting in the seat
It was a beautiful view.
next to the window. Big, beautiful window.
Trust me, I ate.
Amazing. Overlooking Michigan Avenue. Now, her little Roosevelt Field version of it was overlooking a parking lot. We were second story, overlooking. Beautiful sight, very scenic, very romantic. This girl's like, I just thought you were gonna take me. I just thought you were
I
gonna
was
take me.
confused.
I could have threw the bread at her head.
Oh my gosh,
I
he
could've-
was so
I could've-
mad.
Yo, I could have literally jumped out of that window.
But I
and walked
wasn't
home.
saying to him, "Ew, Cheesecake Factory, this
But
is
that's
out of
pretty
my
much how she
league."
said it, though. That's pretty much how she said it.
Mona, right?
That's how she said it.
This man was like, "When you get there, you're gonna feel the breeze, the wind,
You
the
do feel the
waterfalls." And I'm like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!" And we rolled up, and I said, "Child, not Grand Lux, not even Cheesecake Factory. It's Grand Lux." Again, it was beautiful. It was, because where he took me in the city, the views were crazy. It's just that I over imagined, and we had to get to know each other, right? Because I sound like Monique. She always be speaking like she's in a courtroom. And we had to get to know each other, because over time you realize that my expectations were always at a 10.
It's unbelievable.
And maybe, and I don't want to say this, but I'm just saying, and I'm not saying anything, but maybe the girls that you were dating before me.
That was, again, in my very early 20s. So
we got 1 minute left, so we're going to just move on. I don't care. My first date was at Applebee's. It could have been takeout. My first date, I knew this man was him. I knew he was the cream of the crop. He wasn't making nowhere near what he's making today. We was living in Johns Creek. Just imagine it. I don't even got to show you what Johns Creek looked like. It was no creek around. It was no creek. And we loved it. We got in that little pool. We played basketball with a hoop with no rim. You know what I'm saying? This was my man, my man, my man. So I just hear so much things about money being thrown out there. And I just sometimes feel like some of the best love stories started with both people started on their grind. And so many women are looking for a man to be at a certain place financially to even consider if they qualify. And I'm just like, And so many of them are still single, that's still talking like that. Oh, Mona. Daddy, I am
Pops.
with you, Daniel.
thank you, Pops.
My dad, like I said, my dad took me to Petalooga. Oh, the timer's out. We're up for time.
Are you done, guys?
Oh, yes, just give us 5 minutes, baby. 5 minutes and we're done, and I'll give you a surprise, okay? You're doing so good. We are on a serious timer. My dad took me to those places, so yeah, I thought you was going to take me to the Chicago Petalooga. Yeah, but did I expect it Did I say, man, this can't be my husband because we rolled up to Grand Lux and I thought, no.
But you lucky because
it was just me saying, wow, my ex. Now I was more immature back in the day. Did I have to say something? No, I didn't have to say anything.
She said something. She made it very known.
I didn't have to say anything.
Made it very known.
And I think that was, that's what for him.
She might as well have farted. There was a stench the rest of the evening.
For him, it was such a nice gesture, and I just chopped it up by making my little comment. Ladies, we don't always have to make the comment. Now we're beyond
She's a comment maker. She's a comment maker. That's a story for another day. Let me tell you.
We're going to come back with this Storytime Express.
We're
going to end it with this last quick topic. We're going to give 2 minutes. Y'all all saw the Super Bowl. First of all, Daniel's watching it and he's reacting, and I'm watching it and I'm reacting to completely different things. That's number one. He's looking at the hits and the plays that are happening. I'm looking like, did that time just increase? I thought there's 9 seconds. I thought we had 3 seconds. That's how I watched the Super Bowl. I'm like, is that referee? Does anybody see this guy on the side? I'm always looking at people in the back. I'm just not a sports. I asked someone the other day, or another girl, she was like, I'm not a sports girl either. I need to watch it from the first week. I got real quiet after that. I was like, first week? Girl, I know nothing about that. When I say I'm not a sports person, I get so nervous when people come to me and Daniel be like, yeah, so who you rooting for? And did you see that such and such? I'm like, oh, geez, I don't even know. I don't know. So anyways, all that to say, let's get to the point as we close out our Storytime Express Valentine's Day edition. Usher came on and he was there for us. He was there for us because we were all like, oh, he's probably going to go mainstream so that he can speak to the broader audience. He was there for us, the 30-somethings. He was there. When I felt so, like, it was loyalty, right? So we were screaming, we were backflipping. Alicia Keys, y'all could go ahead and talk about her little crack. She was all nervous and stuff. Like, she looked amazing. You know what I mean? Let her crack. I know y'all be cracking when y'all be singing. I know. But there's an uproar about the little interaction between Usher and Alicia. Arms around her like baby girl, and everyone's trying to make a big deal, like if that was my woman, and so it led to the conversations of, well, some people have work husbands and work wives. Technically they work together, and you know what I'm saying, like, what's that all about?
Well, if you're comparing it to the hug, that would be just regular friends too. And
wait, a regular friend is gonna hug you from behind like that?
No, I'm saying work friends or otherwise. I wish some dude would put his arms around you.
Okay, but on a concert, it's a little different.
I mean, at work.
Do you have a work wife?
Nah.
Child, you better not have a work. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna come to that job and burn it down.
I work fully from home. Who's my work wife?
I wish if I even heard something downstairs.
What would you hear?
Someone's like, "Hi, so good to meet you. I heard all about you. I'm Daniel's work wife." I would slam that laptop so fast. I'm trying to contain myself and toss it across the street. Because that's what they do. That's what they do. It's so good to meet you. I'm his work wife.
But doesn't that mean I was talking about you?
I've heard so much about you.
That means I was talking about you.
No, that does not mean that. You was having in-depth conversations with a work
wife. If I work 8 hours a day. What's wrong with having an 8-hour-a-day wife, and then you're my 16-hour-a-day wife?
I'm gonna move my laptop downstairs tomorrow because I'm not confident in this work.
16 hours. That's 2/3 of the day.
Okay?
You get 2/3.
Listen, okay.
If I would have cut a pie and give 2/3, that's a lot of pie. That's a lot of pie.
Let me find your work wife. Let me find her. Let me find your work wife.
A collaborator.
Oh my! In those days, I used to just show up at your job. I was waiting, honestly. I was waiting for one of them to be like, "Hi, I'm his work wife." Child.
You got person looking for the work wife too.
Okay, we are over time. Yeah, you did it, girl. So
hi, Papa.
Agreed. What Mona said.
Hi, Papa.
Hi, Papa. Blow him a kiss. Why could be in slow motion? All right, 1 minute, girl. So that's what we were wondering. Some people have work wives and work husbands. I don't know what y'all think about all that. Obviously, over here in Team Thomas, I wish you would have a
And
work wife.
Me and my work wife keep it very professional. We
You
make
know,
sure
baby,
that
I'm
the work
really
gets
about to
done.
OD on you on this live real quick.
We make sure that the work gets
You
done.
make sure the work gets
We
done.
prioritize. I work for Amazon. We are customer centric. We got to make sure the customer comes first, and then you just go grab drinks after.
So
What's wrong with that?
last but not least, y'all check on him tomorrow. Y'all check on him. Last but not least, agreed. I'm like, they're performers. But somebody was saying like that little hug at the end was a little extra, but they're literally singing My Boo.
I mean, the song wasn't called.
And the music video was just the same. It was him doing that dance chase. You know, dance chasing her as she walked down the street.
Well, then dance chase on the stage.
But it was
He
just
had to
that
do all of
hug.
this. He did his hair. He was in the neck. Look at you giggling right now. It was the giggle.
Because I'm giggling.
It was the giggle. And fellas, it was the giggle. It was the giggle, because if it wasn't for the giggle, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But she went
and landed on that. But let me just say
it was the neck turn and the cheese.
Let me just say, I do think it was a bit of consoling because I think he knew how she felt. If you're a singer or an actress, a performer, and you mess up, and she's on the Super Bowl.
Well, then let Swiss Beats console her. He ain't got to be the consoler.
I think he was letting her know.
Man got 15 minutes. He had to console her.
I got you, baby girl.
Yeah,
He was like, I got you.
All right. I would have been backstage like, I got you.
You would have felt some
I
type of
got
way?
you.
So
Yes.
No, real talk. So with the performing thing and all, you think Swiss should feel some
I
type
would
of
have been
way?
like, so you just want to let him hug up on you like, did y'all practice that in rehearsal? I was at rehearsal. He ain't hug up on you at rehearsal like that. The man was like, my boo. But we get on stage and you all up under the under.
Under the under?
Yeah.
I can't. I don't know. Y'all tell us what y'all think about this.
He was like, my boo. In rehearsal.
In rehearsal?
Yeah, it's all chummy in rehearsal.
I'm crying. That's a very thin line. Because even actors and actresses who are married have to kiss people on screen.
But I'm sure they give a heads up, like, hey, just so you know, like, this is in the script.
But I
we
also
gonna kiss
have seen it
on next Wednesday.
But I've also seen that chemistry cause indirect tension. So I don't know. Say my
she's
boo.
singing my boo.
Oh my
Good
God!
job.
You killed that. I cannot wear her. I cannot.
Good job,
I love
Chris.
it. Go ahead, girl. All right. Well, say thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
You say Storytime Express.
So express.
Valentine's Day.
Bad fun day.
I love you.
I love you.
Thanks, guys. All right, we'll be back. We will be back. Bye.
This.
Oh, yeah, we are. Y'all better check on him.
Watch Usher. Watch out
Y'all
for
better
Usher.
check on him on his work wife. Now I got research. Huh?
You done?
I'm done, baby.
You done work?
I'm done work. Are you done? Did you get it? Did you get your good games going over there? Did you win?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, girl. That's my baby. That's my baby. My boo.